はい、お待たせしました。続いてのゲームは、なんかあれですね、リスのゲームですよね。なんかちょっと、見たことある。確かなんか、あれですよね。なんか脳みそがなんかリスに入ったエージェントかとかいう話でしたっけ？なんか、あれですよね。リスが銃を撃ちまくって、なんか浮いたりなんだったりしてたゲームだったと思うんですけども。こちらのゲームは現在のところ、解説の方がいらっしゃいませんので、このゲーム知ってるよという方いらっしゃいましたら、コメントの方で教えていただいたりだとか、リストリームの方に飛び入りで入っていただけると助かります。
Alright everyone, we are ready for our next game, Squirrel with a Gun by iswimfly. Take it away.
Hi everybody, I'm iswimfly. This is Squirrel with a
というわ
Gun.
けで画面
This
来ま
game
し
is
たね。
ridiculous. I love it. It came out in the middle of last year,
ちょ
and
っと
I'm
待ってく
joined
ださい
again by
ね。
Limey.
Hi, I don't run this game. I don't modify this game. I don't moderate this game. I'm here because Swim DM'd me earlier and was like, "Oh, you're gonna be off host shift when my run happens," and I'm like, "I could be on commentary?" Question mark. And they're like, "Yeah, let's do that."
Let's go, let's
So
go.
I'm here now.
Get
I know how to have a
今
good time.
the
回
third
の
dose of us in one
ゲーム
marathon.
内容
Awesome.
的にどうなんでしょうね。
Alright, so I'll keep the
一応
intro
グリッチレ
short,
ス
but really
とな
quickly,
っ
I
て
do
る
have to
ので、
explain a couple
ス
mechanics
ベ
before
ン
we
の
get
ゲー
into
ム
the
が
actual
グリッ
game.
チレスということになってるので、
This
多
is
分そういう壁
obviously
抜け
Squirrel
と
with a gun.
か
The guns
一
are
応あったはずなんです
I'll
け
say
ど、そういうのは
life-sized.
使わ
They
ない
are large compared
と
to the
思
squirrel,
いま
which
す
causes the squirrel to be affected by recoil. I
が、
can use this to
こ
either
れ
propel myself backward,
どう
as
なん
in
でしょう。
this
ストーリ
saw,
ーモードとか
or I
で
can
はな
use
い
it
の
to
かな。どう
kind
なん
of
で
get
しょう。
like a double jump of sorts,
一応
where
な
I
ん
can
か
aim straight down
自
and
分
bounce
でプ
up.
レイしたことがないゲームな
So
ので、ちょっ
those
と
are
仕
the
様が
two
よく
core
わかってない。
mechanics that you're really going to see me
アスレチッ
using
ク
a
ステ
lot
ージを
throughout
ク
this
リアしてい
entire
く
run.
感じ
In addition to that, the
に
yellow
なる
little circles
や
of
つ
bullets in the middle are
なん
used
でし
to
ょうかね、
reload
こ
at
れ。
any time. If I perfectly time the reload to release, if I release the reload key as it ends, I get an infinite amount of ammo with that indicated by the red ammo next to me. So I can now use infinite ammo for as long as it's red. I'll be using that a lot as well throughout the run. And with all that being said, we can get into the run because there is going to be a cutscene. So I'm just going to go up here. I'll let you know when time starts. There's a menu in between the cutscene and the start of the run. The game tries to get you to save beforehand, but I'm on a save that is basically already maxed, so I don't really care. And now we get this cutscene of introducing the
なんか
final fight.
ね
So this is the agency. They're evil and they want to demolish the neighborhood and turn it into a parking lot. And to help them do that, they're going to summon the Norse god Ratatoskr.
The what?
The Norse
と
god
りあえずなん
Ratatoskr.
かなんなの
Right.
全くわ
Who's
からない。
Ratatoskr? Awesome little guy. And they're gonna mind control him with the mind control button.
What? There's a mind control button?
で
This game
な
is
ん
like
か
Manual Ultra Mode.
ストーリーのこれは説明をしてくれてるんでしょうかね。
So now they have Ratatoskr under their control. Ratatoskr
とりあえずなんかリスをマインドコントロールしているそうです。よくわかんないけど。
And with that, he's going to create a parkour challenge that we have to get through. And once we get through that challenge of a lot of platforming, we will have to fight the Ratatoskr at the end. This category involves beating the secret harder version of the boss fight, the golden Ratatoskr fight that you unlock after
と
beating
りあえずなんかすごいやばいリスがマインドコントロールさ
I
れ
believe it's 5 times, it
て
might be
なん
3, I
か
don't
災害
remember,
を
it's
振り
been
ま
a
いてる
while ago,
み
it
たい
doesn't
ですね。
re-unlock. So yeah, that's gonna be the run. We're gonna start with parkour, end with an awesome boss fight. Gonna be some sick music for that boss fight too, but with all that being said, Lime, you want to count me down because we are at the time to go.
Yeah, we can start time in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Thanks. Alright, so immediately I'm gonna find the pistol here, blow up these propane
と
tanks,
いう
get these
わけ
guys
で
out of my
一応
way
グ
so
ッ
that
ドラッ
they
クで
don't
すというこ
annoy
とで
me, and try and
始まりましたが
because if they shoot me,
始まりましたが
it will cause me
最
to
初からもう
get stunned,
わ
I
かん
won't
な
be
い
able to do my normal movement.
やっぱりなんかあれですよねなんかストーリーモードというよりは
If you see me turn around
なん
and
かア
do
ト
like
ラ
a
クション
180 really
ステ
quick,
ー
it's
ジを
usually
クリア
to
して
propel
いくっ
myself
ていう
forward with a bullet.
オンリーアットみたいな感じ
I'm
の
gonna use these
カテゴ
umbrellas to
リ
get
ー
up
っ
top,
ぽいで
and
す
then we're
ね
gonna do a little skip to skip a majority of the inside of that house.
で、リュウじゃないよリスだよで、リスの仕様としては
So there,
今
you
やっ
can
て
kind
ま
of
す
see me
ね
doing that backwards tech again. of
こういう感じで銃のリコイルハンドですね。ハンドで飛び上がったり、後ろに吹っ飛んだりっていうのができるので、なんかそれをいい
Here
感
is
じ
where
に
the
使って
skip's
って
gonna
る
happen.
み
This
たい。
house turns on its side. But if I get up here, I can go into this secret back area
一
here.
応なんかストーリー多分ラ
Normally
タ
supposed
ト
to have
ス
access to this
ク
much
だと思
later
うんで
in
す
the
けど
house.
も、カテゴリーが。
Just saves me a little bit of
まあ
time
ラタ
from
ト
having
クス
to
はあれですね、
platforming.
世界中ユグドラシルを守護するリスだったはずなので、まあリスだねっていう
Yeah.
A bit scary for
話だと
Squirrel,
思い
maybe.
ます。
Every now and again, your house just decides to turn 90 degrees, you know?
じゃあリスかって感じですね。
Yeah.
So by getting up on top of the house there, I was able to skip that entire section that's below me, which is a really nice little time save there. And now I have to throw away the gun.
これはこれでやっぱりなんかオンリーアップみたいなカテゴリーということで多分合ってるんだとは思うんですが、
And we're gonna run along these wires here.
どこを目指して登っていくのが
By
正解
wiggling
なのか
back and forward
これだけ見てると
with
全然
while
ステージの
climbing
全容
up
わか
poles
ん
in
ない
this
で
game.
すね。
Not all of them, but most of them, you can actually climb up them a little bit faster than just holding up. So that little bit of wiggling there that you saw with the purple arrow was me wiggling back and forth to just increase my speed as I climb up the pole a little bit.
とりあえずなんか木っぽいやつがまあ多分世界樹マンだとは思います。
Do you think that the squirrel ever wants to like bite the power line?
Probably, you know? Looks tasty. It's like licorice.
Yeah, I was
なん
gonna
で
say
家からマグマが
that would be so tasty.
Anyways, we got another power
ど
line
うして
section
家
here.
に
which
マグマが
isn't
溢
gonna
れ
be
てるん
much
で
to
す
talk
か
about until I pick up the shotgun. So if you have any time for if you want to do any marathon announcements, we have a lot of time here.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a very interesting run so far. I've never seen anything quite like it, but it's very entertaining nonetheless. As a reminder to everyone in chat, you can type !donate to get the donation link directly to our Kiltify campaign. We are raising money for Go Rescue
今度ショットガン入手したっぽい
while
で
you're
す
at
ね。
it, you can donate towards one of our wonderful incentives here. Currently, we have an incentive open for the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, and that one here.
挙動がわかんないって感じになって
Yes,
いるん
that
です
is
けども、
the
これなんかたまに出てきてるなんかエフェクト、電撃のエフェクトみたいなやつとかは何なんですか？お、なんか結構すごいショートカットした。花は集めなきゃいけないみたいな感じですかね、
Alright,
こ
so
れ
I。did a little skip there just to skip having to run around that entire roundabout by getting infinite ammo, using it to propel myself backward and then across the gap. Saves a little bit of time. It took a little more setup because I got the agents to aggro onto me.
じゃあ、
and try to
地雷ゾーンなのかな、これ。
trying to avoid
なんかありますね。
the extreme version of that. But now I'm going to get out of the shotgun section and into the 6-shooter section. The outfit that I have on my
ここ
squirrel,
が結
aside
構
from
あれですね。
the
下に打っ
blue
た時に
nuclear
上に登れるので。
fur
いいで
color
した。
that I have
よかったで
is
すねって感
entirely
じしてま
intended
したけど。
for this speedrun. Here I'm going to unlock the 6-shooter pistol, which normally you only get a certain number of bullets that you can shoot down before the game will stop giving you that upward momentum like those double jumps. But by equipping the cowboy hat to my squirrel, I get the full 6 shots that I can use to double jump, which is a really nice
今持
thing
ってる
because I
の
can
は
just
多分
skip
リボルバー
here, just skip having to drop the gun and climb on all these cacti.
どうやってリスがどうやってリボルバー撃ってるのかは
3,
かなり気になりますが。
4, 5. Perfect. Had enough.
お、なんだっけ、
Actually,
ショートカット
there's
頑張
skips
って
in
る。
this
行きました
Yeah, there are indeed skips in this run.
No way.
There are skips, but no glitches, I promise. There are glitches in
穴
any
回
percent
収
though,
し
so
てるの
thankfully,
と、多分
we're
ど
not
んぐり
breaking
を一定数
I was
取る
gonna
と
say,
なん
you
か
do
あれなん
80%
ですか、
before, and that is
なんか使えるのかなっていう
the
感じの
speedrun.
It is
ア
an
クション
awesome
があったっ
speedrun.
ぽい気はしますが。どう
Shotgun
なんでし
enemies
ょうね。
are some of the hardest to deal with because they have
と
a
り
wide
あ
spread.
え
I'm trying
ず
to
ゲームの
get
内容
off.
としては、
Like I said before, I will get
ま
stunned if I
ス
get
トーリ
hit
ーモード
by
とは
them.
別に存在するなんかステージを登っていく
Thankfully, there's
や
a
つを
checkpoint
多分
right
クリ
here,
ア
so
す
I'm
るっ
not
ていう
too
や
concerned
つ
about
だ
this
と
stuff.
思うんですけ
There's
ど、
a bunch
落
of
ち
checkpoints
た。
that I can run.
これ落ちちゃったらどうなるんでしょう。
Sometimes they just decide that they want to shoot me
初
either
めか
through
ら
walls or
こう戻され
or
た感
shoot
じします
me
ね、こ
when
れ
the。timing is inconvenient for me. So I try to bait out the shots and then play around it, but there's only so much I can do because it's random enemy AI.
どこくらいまで
This
戻さ
section
れちゃいま
isn't
したこ
too
れ。い
long, so I can just get back there pretty quickly.
や、結構なんか
And then,
あれですね。
we'll give that
1
another
ミスで
shot.
相当落とされたというか、
Hopefully
あれ
not
は
get destroyed by them this time.
運悪く足場がなかったところに行っちゃったか
just
ら
a
なの
bit
か、なんなのかって
terrifying,
気がします。
respectfully, because you're just going up on like a rail, and then there's just like these agents, weapon mark,
Yeah.
with shotguns, weapon mark.
Yep.
I'm still not really sure what's going on, but
Yeah,
まあ
no,
で
they're
も
agents
さす
with
がに初めからじゃないだ
shotguns,
け
and
マシです
it's
ね。
really
なん
hard
か
to avoid them, and I'm just
さ
trying
す
to
がに
bait their
中間
shots
性
by
悪い
getting into line of sight
なので
and
まあなんと
hiding
かなっ
and
た。
waiting for them to stop shooting. They will shoot through the windows.
まあ
So
うまく登り切りたい
okay,
です
I
け
thought it
ど、
was
こ
behind the
こ
wall, but I guess not.
あ
I was gonna say, like, how did you get hit there?
I'll
That
try
looks
for a little
so
bit of a
fun.
safety strat here this time. There's a different way that I can go about this where I try to either
でも
steal
な
the
かなかあ
shotgun
れ
or
ですね。
disarm them so they don't have the shotgun,
エイムが、敵のエイムが強いです
but
ね。
it
なので
is not. Okay,
That one doesn't
that's
count,
unfortunate. That doesn't count. Run it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the most annoying section of the run because of this, like these enemies here. There isn't a whole lot I can do about them. Thankfully, the enemies behind me don't really pose a threat, because most of them have the 6-shooter that I do, which only fires 1 bullet and is generally pretty easy to avoid. And I feel like by saying that I'm tempting fate, but I will continue to say it, they are not really a threat compared to everyone else here. Alright, so this time, instead of just going in, I'm going to...
なんかこのサボテンゾーンは行きたくないみたいなんで、サボテンは無視して、
and attempt to
なんかちょっ
disarm
と
and take
ショートカ
the
ットを
gun.
毎回してるんですけど。なんか残弾数のところが赤くなってるときは弾消費せずに移動できるっぽいですね。なんか、あれなんか別の方法を使った。
I'll wait for this guy to stop shooting. To get a second shot off. There we go.
こっちの方が早いってことですか？
Hopefully get
さっきと
behind.
は
There
別
we
のルー
go.
ト通りましたね。
Now, I should be in the clear to just run it, but I'm gonna play it safe because we know how this went last time. Come on. There we go. Okay, now I should be in the clear. Because the rest of these enemies in here don't really aim
これ
at
に
the
やっ
squirrel,
と
and
ゾ
even
ー
if I
ン
were
を
to get
通過
knocked
し
off, I
ました
have enough bullets to try and recover. Yeah, there's a bunch of enemies here that I just kind of have to ignore, run past. Now we're out of that section and we're into a little bit more of a parkour and platforming section, which is nice. So again, we got a little more time for donations because I'm announcements because I'm
De,
just going to
Sasuke
be
zone
running
みたい
this
な
whole
とこ来た。
section. So if you have any announcements, anything,
サスケゾーンみたいなとこ来たこれ。
For sure.
完全に
I
サ
also
スケでやるやつ。
noticed the squirrel has a tiny cowboy hat, and I love it so much. I wish I had a little tiny cowboy hat
Yeah,
for my gecko.
the cowboy hat is important to the run. It helps with the
It is
it helps
so
with that
important.
section we just got through.
まあ、弾が飛んでこないならまあ普通にクリアできそうな雰囲気ありますけど。
Technically,
Ah.
donate in chat.
Damn it.
Our rescue is also in need of supplies to keep the pups happy and healthy. They accept dry and canned dog food, bleach, cheap paper towels, laundry detergent, furniture, and even vehicles. You can also go to gorescuedogs.com, click on the How Can I Help tab, and find their Amazon
い
wish
や
list
このあ
directly
れ
on
ですね、
that
固
site.
定
So
されてない
let's talk
床
about the pups.
が
Let's talk about the
結
pops.
構くせ者だったの
I wanna say
で
that-
Tree, you're
さ
not
っ
gonna
き完全に
use this when I
高いところから
rescue,
落ちすぎ
but
た
have
の
you
か
considered
いい感じに
abbreviating
弾かれてました
Squirrel
ね
the gun?
I have not. What does that spell?
S.
Oh.
SWAG.
This game is awesome.
This game is awesome.
It's
これで通過した。まあここはもう大
There's a
丈夫
bunch of
でしょう
swag you can put on the squirrel. we're actually going to get
This
to the
squirrel is
sections.
full of swag.
We're gonna get to the section soon where the other piece of swag comes in handy.
あ、上にいる。
If you'll notice, my
上に
squirrel
な
has
んか
kind of
敵
a
っぽい
diving
のがいます
uniform
ね。
on, like a diver's suit, which is gonna come in handy in the section coming up, where I'm going to be in an
ロケランが
underwater slash swimming section. And
ロケラン
with
来
that
ま
swimming
した。
section. Hello? Hello? Hamster wheel? Thank you. The diving suit allows me to control my buoyancy by
上に上が
pressing
ってく
and
んじゃないんだ。
holding
そっち行くんだ。
spacebar. I can manipulate whether or not the squirrel sinks or floats. Where normally the squirrel would just kind of float to the top, unless the squirrel was holding a gun, in which case it would sink.
これはどういうギミックなのか
All
なと
sorts
思ったら、
of
なんか
weird.
普
What
通
is
にあれでした。
happening?
板バネっぽいやつでした。
By chance, what game engine is this made in?
This game is made in Unreal Engine 5 and is still actively being updated, so with new updates come new discoveries, we'll put it lightly. And fixins to old
ま
discoveries
た
at the same
プレ
time,
ゼン
so
ト
it's
し
kind
ま
of
す
a
けど、
bummer, because some of the time our cool stuff gets patched, which has
まあ
happened in the past on any percentage.
まあそうなれみたいな感じで一瞬で吹き飛びましたね。
There's no glitches allowed here, so I won't talk anymore about that. Anyways,
See, Swim, I know how to
scary
commentate
rolling
this game.
section. You do know how to calm this game. Alright.
今のをサスケで見たことあるやつが丸太にしがみついてくるくる回るやつ。
I'm sorry, but that segment looks exactly like. I don't know what it's called, but there's like a segment on like American.
カートゾーンですか？
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly that.
反り立つ壁は、こ
Here to do a
の
jump.
ままクリアできるという。
There we go. Okay, cool. Oh. It was lined up on that. Yeah, normally you're supposed to do another rolling section that's a little bit slower, so
普
doing
通
that
に
jump
で
is
すね。な
faster.
んか普通
And
に
now comes in the section where
なんだろう
buoyancy
これ。
is relevant. So
プ
the
ール、プー
squirrel
ル
is
ゾーンだった
going
のか今。
to be in those like water columns that defy physics. And while
とりあえ
another,
ず
like,
サス
Pokemon
ケゾーン
Platinum
は終わって、
It's like Pokemon Platinum.
Exactly.
Like
なん
the
でしょう。
social
ア
world.
スレチックゾーンにまた。全部アスレチックで
So
すけど。
the water sections here, I can control my buoyancy by pressing space. It also just helps me sink and float a little faster. Kind of just gives me like
とりあえ
relative
ずなんか
physics.
プールゾーンみたいな
And
今
now
度
we're
な
gonna
り
get
まし
to
た。
probably the most broken section of the run. Again, still no glitches. We are doing no glitches allowed here. However, if I can get this SMG, which I can't, I can go over to the next guy and try and get their SMG. If not, I can just like throw myself off and reload the stage. But the SMG is the most broken gun in the game, so I'm trying to grab one from one of these guys. There we go. And now the SMG has a unique property where it's the only gun in the game that doesn't have a double jump limiter or an ammo limit to how many I can launch myself up with. So I'm going to attempt to skip a majority of the rest of this section here by just kind of rocketing myself over
や
here
っぱり何
using
かあれで
my
すね。
infinite
なんか
reload ammo
特殊アクション使うと
and
弾無限に
that I've been storing up.
一定時間弾無限になる
We're
から
gonna
みたいになっ
skip
て、
all the way over to
そ
this
れを
section
うま
where
く
the
使っ
rocket
て、
launcher enemies
なんか
are.
ショートカット、すごいショートカットしてますねこれ。
I'm gonna take a little breather here, get another reload, and now throw myself through the rest of this. These guys have a pretty good
まあ正
tracking
規ルー
AI
トではないんでしょうけど、やれる以上は正規でしょうね。あ
where I'm now kind of stranded here. There is a save that I can do if I can get one of them to shoot me.
あ、いい感じに登れそうだったので、今、完全にやられました。 登っていくところを完全にロケランで迎撃されたので、多分チャート狂っちゃった。
but you know, we vibe.
Yeah.
So we get back, thrown back here, which unfortunately I won't be able to do the full skip, but I'll still be able to do a slight skip, so we'll still have a decent amount of time save. The estimate should account for this, because this section of the run is very unreliable due to all the enemies that I kind of have to rely on for all sorts of nonsense.
これは
So,
キー
get
は
back here, throw this over.
その弾無限になるアクションも数値が
I don't need the
一
grenade
定数
launcher,
溜
so
ま
I'm
って
just
た
gonna
から
keep
いけそうで
running.
したけど、これ、このチャージ
Go down
戻ってき
here,
てない気が
try
する
and
ん
grab
で
the
すよ。
SMG
大丈
from
夫
this
か、もう
guy
一回で
again,
きるの
see
か
if we'll throw it, hopefully not throw it off. But this platform is not designed for him to drop
と
that
りあえずこい
SMG.
つを
Normally
転
you're
ば
supposed
せ
to keep your
て
grenade launcher through this section.
道中の安全を確
By
保してる
grabbing the
っぽい。
SMG, it does make it faster. Please? No?
ハブマシン
Okay.
ガンだし、
Alright, guess we'll have to go back. There is a backup pistol that I saw over there that I can try and grab if it is not lost. It is lost. That's awesome. Oh no, you have it. Okay. I'm gonna manipulate him to try and. You gotta be kidding me. Bad RNG all the way through.
The game's trying to bully you.
これは今
Bad RNG all the way through. This is incredible. It's fine though. I am getting hit by everything this game can
あ
possibly.
あ、なるほど。落とした銃を拾いたかったけど拾えなかったって感じですか。なんかあれですね。エージェント、敵側のエージェントはなんか膝かっくん食らったみたいに情けなく
Try
転ん
and
でま
get
し
the
たけど。
SMG. If not, I can do this.
ブレ
section
ポンは
somewhat
使
intended.
わないんでしょうね、この多
Getting
分
the
今
SMG is the only
今
real
持ってる武器多
necessary
分
part.
グレ
The
ネー
whole
ジョラン
big
チャー
skip thing is nice, but if it doesn't happen, it's okay.
多
So
分
you
グ
know
レ
what,
ラ
we're
ンは
gonna
い
play
らな
this
いんでしょ
extra
うね。
safe and just try and get the SMG from literally any of these guys. We'll start with this one over here. Do you mind? Thank you.
これで拾えましたね。これで
So now we're
も
gonna
ら
go
えたの
up.
でよし。ああ、なんか今弾かれたのか、エイム先を間違えた。
Get a reload
I
here.
just want to say that you said what a kind soul, and that guy's like trying to
must
kill
be.
like a rat. Like,
Yeah, not my poor little squirrel.
I don't think that's what a kind soul does.
Okay, so
これ
we're
間
gonna
に
get
合
up
う
here,
の
which is
か
kind of the
な。
backup section here. I'm gonna try and take out as many of these guys as I can. Every time
ちょ
you
っとやっ
take
ぱ
out
り
an
あれで
enemy,
す
they
ね、
drop
本
that
来
little
の
like bullet pine cone, as the
さ
game
っきの
refers
チ
to
ャー
it.
トとは
So
崩れちゃ
when
っ
they
たの
drop
で、
those, it gives me back the reload energy
ちょ
that
っと
I've
や
had
り方変え
before.
てるっぽいですね。
So I'm just gonna do that to fill up on reload energy and then play that next section a little bit safer by just taking out all the golden agents, which is what you're supposed to do. But normally you're supposed to go into, yeah, the
あ、でも
water
気づい
slide
たら
here,
なんか
which
チャー
will
ジ溜ま
drop
って
your
ます。
gun, which is essentially the game's way of saying you're not supposed to have the SMG over here. But I want to keep the SMG over here because it's a very good gun and I want to keep using it. So we're just gonna keep going.
で、これで、ま
Use
たさ
one
っ
of
き
my
のやられた
reloads
と
to
ころ
get
に
over
戻ってこれ
here.
ました
These
ね。
orange bushes will also give me reload energy. As you can see it now filling up again. So now I just have to be a little
あ
bit
さ
more
っきとは違
careful.
ってちゃんとロケの
Whenever
避けれる
everybody
のかという
shoots,
と
just
ころ
try
ですね。
and wiggle to one of the sides.
怖い怖い
of the
怖い怖い
blade.
怖い。容赦な
I'll
くロケラン
override
飛んでき
something
て
and
ますね、こ
pull
れ
a。squirrel in the air.
やってますね、敵のあれが
That's a
ね。
new one.
危なーい。
This is insane. So what happened there was a
横
very
ビ
old
クトリ
bug
に
that we
引き倒され
found
ました。
where the squirrel essentially gets a perfect reload
ああ、
as
なるほど。さっ
it
きと
gets
違っ
some
て
form
中
of
間を
knockback, and when that happens,
踏んでお
the
いたっ
squirrel
て
gets
ことですね。
launched, which is
多
why I
分
got sent all the way to the edge of the
あれ
tornado.
を
That's
狙うん
not
だと
supposed
し
to
たら、
happen.
記
So
録狙い
unfortunately,
だ
I
としたら
am
多
going to
分、
lose the SMG
あの
here.
一番最初にチャレンジした方法でいいんでしょうけど、
That's okay.
残念なが
'cause
ら
the
それ
sniper
が
rifle's also funny.
できなかったので、やり方変えたって感じ。
Unfortunately, I've been hit by about every single piece of bad luck that can possibly affect this run, but I'm just going to take care of these guys.
今回は
We're gonna have to go over there to
成
avoid
功法
having
でやっていく
any
み
of
た
the
いです
rocket
ね。
launchers.
さっきはよくもやってくれ
I
た
gotta
なと
say,
いうこと
the
で、
sniper rifle seems a bit big for the little gun.
敵を全員処してから
A little
やってい
comically
くみたい
large,
です。
yeah.
Yeah.
Get down from there. Thank you.
さあ、だいぶスッキリしましたね。
So normally that spawns a golden acorn, which is kind of like the equivalent of the moons in Mario Odyssey from the run we just saw. Awesome callback.
Oh, I know that one. I know that one.
Thankfully, we don't need any for this run.
まあ、リスがアンチマテリアでぶっ飛ばしてぶっ放してるのもなかなかですが。一応言うと、アンチマテリアルって人に向かって撃っちゃいけなかったような記憶があるんですけど。 ダメじゃなかったっけ？アンチマテリアルって人に向かって撃つと、あれが、なんか非人道的な行為になるから、確か、
Thankfully,
ダメ
it
っていう
saves
の
your
があった
progress
記
when
憶
you
がある
reload
ん
the
です。
checkpoint, so I shouldn't have to take everyone out again.
I believe in you.
Thank you.
とりあえずは、まあ、あれなんですね。一応ギミックとか敵の倒した状況とかは、リセットされないんですね、ここは。
Because normally I still have the SMG here, or I just reset. So this
連射できないからリコイルで浮き上がるのもそんなにちゃんといけなくて、
backup.
結構大変そうですね。 で、さっきはこの足場のやつを撃って落
These
と
are
し
all
ちゃったから。
inflatables, so I kind of have to
落ちちゃっ
avoid
たっていうか。
shooting the inflatables to be able to use them as platforms.
銃で撃つと落ちる
Yeah, there's a tutorial a little bit
ギミ
ago
ッ
that
ク
was
の
like
足
shooting
場もあると
for
いう
the
ことが。
inflatables.
Yeah.
You should not
これね、さっきので
have
分か
your
りま
gun
したが、
sad
結構
face.
嫌だな、そうなるとってなります。
Thankfully, we're entering pretty much the final section here, which is Rainbow Road, because of course everything has to end with Rainbow Road.
さあ、レインボーロード。言い訳のしようもなくレインボーロード。
Oh wow,
ス
this
タ
is
ロか
Rainbow
な、
Road.
スタッフなのかレインボーロードなのか、どっちなんでしょう。なんかどっ
Running
ちにしろ
into
なん
the
かあれで
runners
す
will
ね。
give me a little bit of a speed boost, but by not running into the first one, I won't have gotten rid
まあ
of
すぐ
all
あ
of
れです
them.
ね。まあ、マリオ
which
カート
means
の
that
新
I
作
can
はスイッチ
follow
2で、
skip a
好評
cutscene and
発
normally
売予定
spawn
ということで。
an extra golden acorn.
Time save is time save.
ただ、このレインボーロードはあれですね。コースアウトしない仕様になってるやつなので、優しいやつですね。
This is making me want to boot up Mario Kart Wii. I'm like thinking about it now.
And propel yourself backwards with an SMG in Mario Kart Wii,
Yeah, yeah.
as one does.
Yeah, this is.
さあ、これは銃撃ってるのはおそらくまたニコイ
So
ル
now,
で
this is the last little
あれかな？
section where the game kind of wants you to use
多少
that
加速
jetpack
するっ
mechanic
ていう
I
のは
talked about before.
あるん
So
でしょう
there's these reload circles that are going to replenish my ammo.
というわけで次のとこ
You're
来ま
supposed
し
to
た
kind of
が。
follow these up to the final boss arena.
これはあれですね。弾丸を補充しながら上がってい
boss fight arena
く
because the boss fight is kind of
足場ない
on
ステージで
rails
す
to a
ね。
degree. So time is going to be when I land here.
お、ついにゴールっぽいところ来ました。
And time. Yeah, so that parkour
GG.
section, I got plagued by
Time
that
to
every
go to
single
the
thing that could
GG
possibly go wrong in there. I got the shotgun enemies to take me out. I got
あ
hit by rockets.
これ
that
一応 GC とは言いつつもモス戦はしないみたい
a
です
little
ね。
bit unfortunate, but this is the Ratatoskr boss
モス
fight.
戦なしの登り切るところまでやってる。
Essentially, it would involve breaking down the shield that's around Ratatoskr and taking him out afterward. But there's essentially 4 phases and it takes a little while, so to keep the
今なんか
marathon
ショット
schedule,
ガンに当たっ
not
ちゃ
do
った
that.
りとか、ロケランに吹き飛
Yeah,
ば
that
され
is
たりだ
Squirrel
と
with a
かで、
gun.
なんか
This
ちょっ
is the
と
end
うま
game
くいかなか
content.
った
This
ね
is
っ
kind of
て
the hardest section of the run
あれですね。
and
ち
the
ょっと
hardest section of
奏
the
者さん
game.
がおっしゃっ
Go
てま
play
す
this
ね。
game. It is on Xbox, PlayStation, and
で、
PC.
ラスボスの、ラタト
Updating
ス
it,
カ
they just released
ーは
the
な
Gravity
多
Gun
分元
update
ネ
a
タだ
couple weeks
ラタ
back.
トスクだと思いますけど。
Yeah, that'll be
は
it for me.
第4段階まであっ
Shoutouts
て
for
すごい時間か
third
かるか
time.
ら
No.
やんないよっていうことらしいです。
I was just hosting and
で
I、
このゲームは、
also on commentary
Xbox、
and-
プレイステーション、PC で利用可能です。どうぞプレイしてくださいというこ
Fair
とを
enough.
今、
I did
奏
my
者
shoutouts
さんがおっ
yesterday,
しゃってました。
but
みんな
yeah,
プレイしましょう。
really quickly, I'll shout myself out again. You can find me at iswimfly556 on Twitch, iswimfly556 on Twitter, iswimfly.bsky.social, and iswimfly on YouTube. I mostly play Super Monkey Ball, which was the game I played yesterday. I picked this game up as a speed game. It's funny. I've been playing a lot of a game called Sea Frog lately, so there'll be a lot of that content coming soon. But yeah, that'll be it from me. Thank you so much for having me again.
GG's, and we'll be right back after a short break.
はい、では続いてもゲームの準備をしてきますので、一旦失礼いたします。
What an epic run that was. I've never seen a squirrel with a gun do so much chaos in just a short amount of time. That was absolutely incredible. And if you would like to donate to see more crazy runs coming up here, we have Slime Rancher any percent glitchless co-op with the wonderful Selfcouth Mind and Osborne coming up